many people, Christmas is dazzling lights, decorations, festivities, an abundance of food, gift giving, and excessive spending. But there is an old saying, one day feasting, next day fasting. And unfortunately, if you are not mindful of how you spend during the season, when January rolls around, you may find yourself unable to pay your bills and in some cases, literally starving. Do you want to be one of those people? Of course not. So the smart thing to do is to create a budget and stay within it.
Some of the things you can do to stay in budget for this Christmas is to first make a list. Make sure that list includes everything that you'd want to do this Christmas. So not just buying gifts. I think we tend to only think about gifts when we're making our Christmas list. But definitely include things like home decor. A lot of us want to refresh our place, change out Christmas decor that we had last year, and also include things like food. So a lot of us will have friends and family coming over. Definitely make a budget for the ham, the drinks, the cake, and so it will overall just be your Christmas budget, your ideal Christmas budget. It's extremely important to stay in budget this season. You don't want 2022 to catch you deeper in debt, and then create just that financial and emotional stress that comes with being in a position where you can't afford certain things because you have to be clearing off the credit card debt from Christmas. So it also just generates to your emotional well-being of the importance of really sticking within budget and making sure that you're making room for things like savings, major goals that you have next year that you may have had to put off because you overspent for Christmas. So you definitely want to ensure that you're still able to save for those unexpected occurrences, and also to prepare for the major goals that you might have for 2022, like home purchasing, getting insurance, very important, investing, and just preparing for probably that next step in your child's life.
And for those people who tell themselves that tomorrow is not promised, so they're living for now?
Tomorrow is going to come. And if it's not going to affect you, it will affect somebody close to you. So I'd always say, make sure whatever you're spending this season, you are taking into account what is going to happen in 2022. It's going to come, and as I said, if it doesn't come for you, it's going to affect your family if you didn't make the right financial decisions today.
So, as you work on your Christmas list, separate your wants from your needs and focus on the essentials. Most people have a to-do list. Today, we will introduce you to the not-to-do list. Tips, tricks, and strategies to help you live within your means and recognize your financial constraints. Gift giving. For some people, it's not Christmas if there are no gifts. However, if you can't afford it, then there is no obligation to give. Admit this to yourself and make it known to those with outstretched palms. Traveling. That trip that you did not save for can always wait. Yes, the lockdown measures have relaxed a bit, but that's no reason to spend money that you don't really have. Plan a staycation, it's cheaper. Keeping up with the Joneses. This phrase is not new by any means. Nevertheless, it needs to be said.
Keeping up with people on social media, especially in the age that we live in now, you want to do so much, and sometimes it's just beyond your income and your capacity to do so. So I would say definitely stay in your lane, focus on your income, what you want your Christmas to look like, and don't compare it with anyone else's, and don't feel like you need to go overboard for the persons that you love and spend beyond what you're able to do. People who love you will just appreciate what you give them, especially if it's something that you put a lot of thought and time into. Check yourself emotionally. A lot of overspending comes because, especially during a pandemic, some of us might be feeling down emotionally, just depressed, and we turn to retail to make ourselves feel better. But we know what can happen with that. It just now creates this cycle because you now feel depressed because of the debt that you're in. So I would say definitely check yourself. Make sure that you're not spending from an emotional standpoint and that you're not spending because of impulse. So as I said, make that list and check it twice and check yourself as well.